Hello and welcome to Jadekine Gaming's Presents The Observatory. We are back after a 3-month break due to slight water damage. If you want to see it, it's on Adam's Journey, which is Adam's vlog channel. It's
at the end of all the videos. It's
it's an appropriately wet ride for summer. So yeah, we had a 3-month break. This is our first
the
day
room
back
looks
at the
totally
table.
the same, doesn't it? We're in the same space.
Due to Adam rearranging his life a little bit, we had to rearrange the table a little bit and add a new player, which we're thrilled about. Beth will be joining our campaign, and we're actually going to spend the majority of this session with her character and getting all of that set up so we can integrate her into the campaign quickly, which is the Shadow Kingdom Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. We're on episode 65. I think I said that already. I don't know.
Anyway.
Whatever. But anyways, thank you guys for bearing with us. Unless you're coming to this after it's 65. Late, in which case, binge on, my dude. Binge on. So, we are going to pick up nowhere near where we left off, because where we're picking up is in a dungeon. In the Balanced Blades district, waters dripping down in a small cell, in a small form, would be lying on the bed if it wasn't broken and scattered about the room. There seems to be a content form reclining on tattered blankets that were once whole and on a pillow, dozing fitfully, tossing and turning a little bit. Would you like to describe your character for the fine folks?
Yes. Sure. My name is Jojo Jasmine Jamjar. I'm a little halfling. Female, little cute, adorable girl. She's
hair color?
Blonde.
Blonde hair,
sure.
Eyes?
Bright green.
Bright green eyes,
long, beautiful blonde hair that she likes to keep up in a high ponytail. It's a bit disheveled right now from her time in a dungeon.
Full Nordic, like pale skin, or is she more like tan?
She's tan.
Okay.
She's tan. Very fit looking.
Just a little muscle mom.
Like slender, but they're like lean muscles.
Like a runner.
Yeah, runner, but enough of arms where it feels like it would hurt if she punched you.
So hammer throw. We're talking track and field.
Yeah.
Okay, clothing wise, because she'll still be in her like actual clothes. Is she like standard trousers?
She tends to go like tight fitting leather.
Okay, so like a cat suit basically.
Yeah.
Tight fitting
leather. A
leather.
little bit of a
buckles,
crop top, but then yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just enough to show a couple of the abs.
Right, just a little bit. Like you see abs and you're like, oh, understood.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're dozing off, you're pulled into blackness. And there's a crackling. It's a sound at first. And you look around, and then almost as you turn around, you see a room illuminated by a warm fire. And a figure hunched and rocking, working on with a gentle clacking of needles working together. And you hear, "Oh, come on, Jojo, sit down."
I look around hesitantly, but we'll take small steps.
As you walk forward, what was a normal-sized chair seems to have... normal for the big people. Seems to have changed into something comfortable in your size. I mean, at the correct height for eye contact, but it's in the correct proportions with steps leading up to it so that you can be comfortable and sit down without having to clamber and climb like so many of the big people seem to require.
I will carefully take the steps and sit down and just kind of like
as you sit down, it's like comfortable in a way you couldn't imagine. The fire warming it. You start get a faint scent of cookies, fresh baked. And as you look over, there's a tray with several different kinds of cookies and a big mug of hot cocoa.
I immediately grab a cookie and start just shove it in my mouth and then take a big drink.
As the figure starts chuckling gently and says, "It is the best thing about a dream, my dear.
Oh my gosh, that's
You don't have to worry about the calories."
exactly. Yep.
You've had a rough go of it. Family lost, fosters lost, so angry, so lost. Would you like direction, a purpose, a new mother, so to speak?
Yes. Yes. Anything yes.
Well, I do enjoy your zealotry. So, and as she spins to you, it's like you don't remember your mother. She was gone before your time. You remember a little bit of your grandmother before she passed, and you were raised by several different fosters. And she's wearing the face that you would see as your mother. And you feel the smells of your childhood are starting to hit you in waves. And you finally, for the first time in a long time, feel safe. And she leans in and brushes your hair back and gives you a kiss on the forehead, where new memories and new knowledge starts flooding in. Abilities and strengths, a direction for your rage, and a name. Mother June. Langston will find her. You awake. And it's morning. There's birds singing. Things you've never noticed before. And that burning, that anger, the wrath inside of you feels not gone, but controlled. You found in your dream and in your purpose a way to channel yourself. And as you wake up and sit up and turn, you knock into something that there's a mug with a cookie on top.
I'm gonna pick up my mug and my cookie and take a bite.
And it's a peanut butter cookie, just like that was in the dream. And the mug is chocolate, but it's not that rich, delicious chocolate. It's just chocolate. It's like a bland substitute. And as you're drinking it, a little disappointed, the guard comes up and says, "Jojo, someone paid for your fines. You're out." And the door swings open.
Can I hit him?
Of course you can.
I want to barrel out of the gate.
So you're bull rushing through.
And just ram myself into him.
Sure. Go ahead and roll for bull rush. It's athletics versus athletics. Go for it.
Cool.
You're not raging, so it's a standard roll plus it's your athletics skill.
Athletics skill. Cool. Which I have advantage on.
If you're raging, I believe.
No. Oh, raging. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I need to write that down next to that. A dirty 20.
Okay. As you go running out, and this is like a half orc, about 6'8". So you come barreling out like a cannonball, run into him, and he just slams into the corner and falls as you start sprinting your way out the door. And he's just like, "Your bag!" As he gets up and starts limping up after you as you get to another locked gate. As he starts limping after you, gets up and just goes, "Jeez." by tier Y. Just go, as he reaches in, kind of still winded, he just like grabs a bag and goes, "Your things," and hands it to you. And as you grab it, you're like, it's not yours, but he just like opens the door and tosses you out. And as he walks behind you, as you go and like tumble onto the floor,
right.
You're upside down against the wall with the bag clutched in your arms, and there's hooves that are there with like little leg warmers on them, going up to like a sleeveless silk shirt and a musculature that you can respect, even if it is a bit more whipcord than you think necessary. And a head turns down and looks at you and says, "What did you do?" And as you look up, it is the face of Langston, who you've met him briefly. It was at a bar where he was going to pick up one of his dancers for drinking, and you decided to beat the ever-loving crap out of someone who was hassling them for a reason, I'm sure.
Yeah, of
But
course.
you met him as you were being dragged off, and he was getting his very drunk dancer back.
Mm.
And so you recognize him, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
He gets up, looks over at the half-orc, who's still holding his stomach, through armor, mind you, and goes, "I don't want to see her again. She's unkind."
He gave me bad hot chocolate. What do you expect me to do?
He just looked up and goes, "I don't get hot chocolate. I don't know where she got hot chocolate."
It was bad hot chocolate, and it was clearly his fault. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, I'm so glad you're not really my problem. But a debt owed is a debt owed. Come along.
Are you taking me to Mother June?
Yes. How did you know that?
Mother said you'd be taking me to Mother June.
Okay, interesting. Why don't you tell me about Mother? Come. And he leads you outside, and there's a cart.
Mm. Mm. What do you...
It's kind of a rickshaw, and he goes, "Get in."
Can I make some sort of perception check for traps?
Sure. He's like hooking himself up to the yoke in the front.
Do like a walk around the
Yeah,
car
you're
before.
doing a full walk around. You're like kicking the tires.
It's a 16.
Okay. You don't see any traps.
I guess this will do. I climb up next to it.
It's all the traps you don't see that are the problem, though.
I know, man. I know.
Okay, roll Dexa. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not proficient.
No, I'm kidding.
It's an unnatural 20.
Okay. The spring in the seat doesn't break.
Okay, good. Because if it had, like...
Okay. So he starts off, and as he's going, you notice it's like bright. Like it's early for this kind of.
Can I look through the bag for sunglasses? That's not mine.
Yeah, sure. You open up the bag and you start sifting through it, and there's let's have fun. Adam, roll 2d10s for me.
0 and 3.
Okay. There's 3 gold.
I'll take it.
In a little pouch. There's a bunch of clothing, men's.
Like too big for me, obviously.
Yeah, it's a lot of men's clothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really great, but it's cloth.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple pounds of beef jerky just wrapped up.
I will start munching
pounds.
on that. I will start just like munching on that.
Yeah, a couple pounds. There's a couple hardtack that, judging by how hard they are, these are. He probably got them years ago, and he just keeps putting it off.
Pretty old.
There's a candle. There's some ink. There's a quill. There's a book that's mostly empty. It's got
a journal.
No, there's not really anything written in it, but pages have been ripped out pretty periodically.
Does the book have a name to it, like a title?
Oh no, it's like an empty book that the pages just keep getting ripped out of.
Okay, so like a blank notebook.
Yeah, it's a blank book, but there's just pages ripped.
Yeah, it's a toilet paper storage device.
It's a toilet paper storage device.
Oh.
Very fancy. Very fancy.
Oh.
Very expensive. Aren't those blank books in D&D like 25 gold?
Very.
No,
only
that's
the
for the
quality.
wizard ones.
Yeah,
which
it's a
are
spell book,
fireproof
which is
waterproof.
treated, and yeah.
Yeah, that's different. You wouldn't
Only
want to
the
wipe
highest
with a fire
quality.
with a. Much like Chuck Norris, they don't take shit from nobody.
Yeah, the waterproof.
It wouldn't work. And then in the bottom, you felt something like clanking.
Mm-hmm.
And you pull out, it's a handle that's kind of red and white. Kind of,
Like a hilt.
like a hilt. It's a red and white hilt that's mainly white with a lot of red accents.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a button.
A button.
There's a button.
A button. Am I like in an enclosed cart?
No, it's an open rickshaw.
It's an open rickshaw. Okay, then I'll be nice and point it away from because the hilt. So that's I'll press the button.
A full-sized longsword flies out the end.
Like much bigger than
Made
me.
of pure flame.
Oh, I love it.
It's a lightsaber.
You've received and the flame is a bright, vibrant pink. And along it just says, max damage is best. Sunblade.
Damage is best. Yes.
Oh no, what's the downside to this?
It's obnoxiously pink.
It could just be obnoxiously pink.
I love it. I love it.
The whole point is to make adventurers look silly.
That's her.
That
I
is
love
literally
it.
the
I know you
entire
do.
point.
I love it. She loves it. She immediately loves it. She makes a face though as if she doesn't like the color pink, like a.
Like,
But
I
she-
hate being a girly girl. It
Right.
matches everything.
Right, but she legitimately loves it. Everything she chooses for herself is pink or black, and that's it. So she closes it because
Yeah,
she loves it. Mm-hmm.
So you do have a Sunblade. Go ahead and make sure to add that to your inventory. It is on D&D Beyond. I believe, Adam, you've got the magic item card somewhere.
Somewhere.
Okay.
Everything's
right
been
here.
moved. Yeah, it's like everything's been moved back in from the storage unit. Yeah.
Everything is chaos.
Fix that. Thank you.
Also, when you said red and white, I thought you were going to go candy cane.
Well, I was kind of thinking more like almost like a
Red and
lava
white.
lamp kind of thing, where
Right.
they're like kind of swirled together.
Yeah, red and white make pink.
It's a +2 sword that shines light and does a D8 extra damage. It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, D8 extra damage, radiance to undead is what I have.
Yeah. Which Adam will get you a very pretty card that will have literally all the information on it.
Yay.
I think all your information's already written down, but yeah.
Weapons in the actual tabletop have the heavy quality.
Huh?
So, like, couldn't wield a great sword or something.
Yeah.
Because small creature. Or small...
Yeah, she can't
race.
wield like great swords, great axes.
I wasn't giving her.
Yeah, this is a
No.
long sword.
Why do I have a great club then?
You would not be able to wield it. Well, you could. You'd have disadvantage.
Yeah.
Which, if you're raging, would only get, and reckless attacking would just be straight. So yeah, it's too big.
And the answer is because blunt weapons are best.
The real answer is like they do not want to give small creatures D12s. That's
Yeah.
what they really don't want to do.
You said you're a halfling?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I'm little.
some blades are longsword, so D8. No
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
It's
Well, it's a
versatile.
D8. Yeah, it's a D10 if you use a two-handed.
Versatile.
Yeah. So you could get up to a D10, but no 2D6, no D12s.
Yeah, it's off limits. Big people only.
And I believe small only confers the benefits of moving through ally spaces.
No, there's no like explicit. That's something you can do.
You can move through ally spaces anyways.
Yeah, that's not like a small thing. Small is literally just the demerit of
It's easier to move through
Out
larger
of curiosity,
enemy spaces.
where does it say that?
What?
weapon properties.
Weapon properties.
Yes, it's not part of the small. It's only part of
Yeah,
the
no,
weapon
small
property.
can't have its own negatives. You can't have a negative for being small. They have to hide that elsewhere.
Yeah, like in the dimension door entry.
There. Creatures that have the small or tiny can't wield heavy weapons. They're too big.
Yep. Can't wield heavy weapons. I had no idea about that.
It's literally it's
literally-
all your
Great Club isn't a heavy weapon. It's only two-handed.
No.
Yeah,
That's why.
that would be how it works. then.
Maul is the heavy version. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's the
I was
damage
like-
dice.
I was
They're-
like,
it's
wait,
basically just
what?
saying you can't have 2d6 or 1d12.
Okay. Well, all mine are D8s.
Okay.
And the D10.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not
You
scared.
can't
So,
have
Adam has your.
I'll take. Thank you.
I think it's the same for like
So
heavy
yes,
crossbow.
you have a pink longsword.
There you go. Heavy crossbow is only a D10, and you still can't use it.
This is all very
funny,
interesting. However, after a little while of traveling, he takes you, plops you up in front of a inn with a red horse on the front of it. So it takes about 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours to get there with his movement. He's pretty fast. And unless there's anything, like, is there any questions you want to ask him, anything you want to talk to him about along the way? You have a long time to discuss whatever you'd like to discuss.
So, how does he know how long was I in that dungeon?
You were in there for about 16 hours. You weren't even in there for a full day before he got you out and paid your fines.
Okay. Because that was the last thing I did was I was fighting someone about one of his girls.
One of his dancers, yeah.
Yeah. Was I saving her?
Him, yes.
Him. Okay. Dancers. Him. Okay.
Not all the dancers are him, but this one was.
This one was right. And then I got dragged away.
Yeah, you got arrested for property damage and blunt force trauma and healing fines where you had to pay for the other party's healing and recuperation through clerics or druids and things like that.
Right.
So you just basically had a really large fine hanging over your head, which you had no way of paying.
Right. No, I don't have a lot of money. Okay. And then, how does he know Mother June?
You asking him? We have an arrangement, recent arrangement. We work together on certain things.
Could you be more vague?
Yes.
Could you be less vague?
Yes.
Can you do that one then?
No. Information you'll find is my favorite thing. It's what I collect. You collect, I don't know, probably teeth from your enemies?
We've seen that before.
Broken bones, bruises, victories, couple defeats. There's things you collect. I find out names, places, things, people, what is and is not important, who is and is not important, who's on the rise and who's on the fall. The mother is on the rise. I'm very interested to see what favors I can accrue. And you are the beginning. So, do a good job. It would really help me out.
So the mother being June.
Yes, her name's June.
That
Mother
one's on
is
the
a
rise.
title. Yes. Seems that way. She's building quite the pyre.
I don't even know if we've mentioned that to our boys yet.
He chuckles and goes, "You'll get that later."
Yeah, yes, we absolutely have mentioned that to them. We gave them a whole series of things that they had to memorize and say to get beer.
Oh yeah,
They get free drinks if they memorize a bunch of sayings.
Okay. This June gal,
I believe she's a grown-ass woman, but okay.
This June gal, what kind of business does she do?
Well, unofficially, she sells cookies for charity.
I do like cookies.
I hate that that's not like a...
Officially, she sells cookies for charity.
Yeah.
Unofficially, she runs one of the most ruthless and effective up-and-coming gangs in the area. And is trying to start a religion, which you weren't there, but it interests me. I'm curious as to how it will shake out.
What's this religion?
Oh, some woman named Ranet. She's like hearth, family, bunch of portfolios that really already exist, but yeah. I'm interested to see how it goes. I've got experts researching it. Well, they don't know they're doing it for me, but they're researching things, and then I'm going to find out.
And why are you bringing me to her?
Because I owe her a favor, and I owe you a favor. She needs muscle, and you need to not cause problems in my area.
I believe I was helping you.
You helped someone not catch a beating. I got you out of 500 gold worth of fines, and you hit my jailer friend who was releasing you because of, and I quote, bad cocoa. You, my dear, require direction. Mother June is direct. So, I'm repaying a favor to her, helping her grow her little gang. I'm repaying a favor to you, giving you someone to look out for you and give you a job and give you people to hit, because she does that.
Do like hitting people.
And I'm looking out for me. And one day, I will require information from you.
What kind of information should I be watching for?
Oh, don't worry about it. You'll know when I ask it. And you'll decide whether or not you want to give it to me. I don't do force. I do favors. And favors gain higher prices when I don't expect a favor in return for nothing. It's a bit of a prepayment plan, if you will. But don't worry. I'm sure someone will explain it to you. Or not. We may never speak again. We may meet every Tuesday for tea. It's really all up to you.
I like my tea with milk and sugar.
Do you know how expensive sugar is? You're expecting me to stock sugar?
That's what I like my tea with.
Well, no tea.
I don't think I have any more questions. I think I'm good.
Okay, so he pulls up to the front of the bar, or the inn, and says, walk in, you'll find a scarred up elven boy.
Scarred up elven boy. Got it. What's his name?
Oh, don't know.
Cool. Got it.
He's unimportant, but he can deliver a message for you. Then go and sit at the bar, and the barkeep will... They have honey cakes and a lemon tart that's really good.
Okay.
I've been told.
I do
Lemon
like
bars.
sweets.
Yeah, you got them to make lemon desserts at one point earlier in the campaign. Well, they've been serving some of them.
Okay. And I assume you will find me again whenever you
Lemon
need
bars.
Yeah, I also have a gigantic building.
me. Where?
Oh, it's across from...
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Got it.
It was really close to where we left from the prison. It's the
Oh.
Charismatic Club. Don't worry, they know how to find me.
Okay.
If not, you can go and probably scream it in the middle of a district around noon, and someone will get word to me that you need to speak to me. It's a weird way to get in touch,
It does sound like my preferred way, though.
I do like to let people be themselves.
I do
Anyway,
like screaming.
good day.
Okay.
As he starts trotting off in his yoke.
Yes. Make him have a taste of world's greatest detective.
Damn it! I brought it up before I could bring up the picture.
So you're standing in front of the Red Horse Inn.
Okay. I'm bad with halflings. About how tall would I be?
You're about 3'2" to 4 foot, depending. Somewhere in that range.
Okay, cool.
You can decide whether you want to be super tiny or super big for a halfling.
Okay. Sounds good. Then I'm gonna, can I, like, the door, can I just, like, hit it open? Can I just hit it open with the only weapon I seem to have, my sunblade?
You can cause property damage if you would like. You certainly can. You are aware that you're walking into a building that you're about to ask a job at.
Right, dang it.
In broad daylight.
In broad daylight.
Okay, then fine. I'll just walk in and look for that scarred up elven boy.
So as you walk in, there's a relatively large kind of dining room with a hearth and a bit of a stage before the hearth. There's a large bar at the back, and there's one extremely clean table.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of them are pretty clean, but one of them just seems nicer than the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a man who's standing over at the bar, kind of chatting with a small fairy with a protruding horn from its forehead. Because it's at this point probably about 8:30 in the morning. With a large horn on his forehead, chatting, and he's already drinking, and the man behind the bar seems to be having a tea or something in a cup, and a very large, like almost 10-foot tall woman comes out, ruffles the small man's head, and puts a plate down in front of him and grumbles something. Do you speak giant? Or
No.
Okay.
I speak common and halfling.
Okay. So you don't understand what they say, but he just kind of chuckles, grabs her hand, kisses her knuckles, and she walks back into the kitchen. You're pretty sure it's a half ogre who just came out, and he puts down 2 plates of cakes, little lemon cakes in front of each one. And as you're watching, a young elf, so probably not even 30 yet, comes up, and he's got a large scar across one side of his face. From, looks like some nature of wound, and it's like red and angry, like it's healed within the last 6 months or so. He walks over and goes, "Yes, young miss, how can I help you?"
I was told to ask for the elf boy with the scar on his face.
Well, I can write my name in the snow. I'm an elf, and there's a scar on my face. How can I help you?
Cool. I need Mother June.
I'll see if she's available.
I need a job for Mother June, and I was sent by Langston Cooper.
Excellent. I'll let her know.
Okay.
So, Mary, as you're sitting at the bar, drinking and laughing at your poor Sugar Lump's discomfort, what was it that the nickname you decided to give him?
Oh, I have
Sugar Cube something. Or Lemon something.
What's new, Sugar Cube?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
How did you remember that?
He said it that one time.
Yeah. Sounds like something I'd do.
Please do not get my wife started on that nickname.
Those are the type of notes we're talking about.
Yeah, but I don't have them.
True enough.
Yeah. That's why I was aghast at how could he remember that.
So you, I don't know, probably clock this person coming in and saying that. as the elven boy who's been running messages and doing the service stuff goes upstairs. It's about 8:30. Is Mother June still abed, or you you sleep?
What day is this?
This would be Saturday.
It's Saturday. Saturday's church day.
You still usually have your morning meetings.
Yeah, we usually still have the morning meetings.
Well, it's like it would be like around 8:30. So I don't know.
Would you like me to clarify some things that
Sure.
from where we last were? Because last session where we left off was after the morning meeting, because I got the key to the mansion.
Oh,
Doc and Abbott went off somewhere. Spartacus went to go get things. I went somewhere, and then others, I didn't have specifics of where they were going.
Maribel was reading Balanced Blade notes and books.
okay. So this would be Sunday.
Yeah, it would probably be a little later, and he would probably be there after meeting because he does the same thing after
right.
the meeting as before the meeting.
Yeah,
But
so he says some drinks. So at that extremely clean table, there's actually a very large minotaur, well-groomed, well-dressed, and there seems to be people coming in and out, and he's handing messages to and reading things. But he's just handing off a lot of messages and doing a lot of paperwork and handing it off, and like people are running messages.
And is that his character?
No.
Okay.
He's at the bar.
he's at the bar with the horn on his head.
Oh, okay. He's a
There's no horn
got
in
it.
my head.
Well, he described it. It's a currently you had to describe it. It's disguised Yahweh.
I didn't know what disguise that you were
Are
wearing.
you sure it's not a tiny...
Just in general, anytime that I'm not really, that anytime I'm out like in public, I'm always trying to make a disguise that looks like me, just without the horn.
Okay, so yeah, no horn.
Okay, fair.
It's
Yeah.
it's literally just layers of obfuscation. Just why do you do that? Just to muddle the waters. That's
Okay,
it.
so he, the elf boy, runs upstairs, and about 5 minutes later comes back down with a extremely well-dressed halfling wearing a fedora and a bright pink with pearl buttons zoot suit.
Oh, I love this.
Pink fedora, pink button zoot suit, as she comes walking up to you and goes, "So, you're looking for Mother June?"
Yes.
Well, I am not her. My name is Molly.
Hi, Molly. I love your outfit.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
So Langston sent you?
Yeah, Langston broke me out of jail.
I
Broke.
see.
Broke her out. I love it. I love it.
Do you know about any blowback that's going to happen?
I don't know what blowback is, but I don't think so. I think he used
She
money.
starts snapping and goes, "Hey, Sparky!" And then the Minotaur looks up at her and goes, "Can you please check on... I'm sorry, honey, what's your name?"
Jojo Jasmine Jamjar.
Jojo Jasmine.
Breathe, honey.
I don't know how to do that.
Jojo Jasmine Jamjar. It's a perfectly normal name. People in comics have it all the
Can
time.
you please check on Jojo Jasmine Jamjar's status with our friends up in the Blades and make sure there's no blowback coming from her? And can you send a runner to Mother June and tell her that she has a meeting that she needs to attend via Langston? Sure. He snaps, and a couple of his runners he speaks to quickly. One of them goes, and then just starts jogging, which it's a 4-hour trip there,
Long
and then it's going to be about a 4-hour trip back.
Yeah.
So you're making this poor kid run all day.
Rather than say he
Full marathon for this poor child.
he paid my bail.
Jail.
He broke me out. Oh, we better check on that.
Molly just kind of goes, would you like to have a seat?
I want one of those honey cakes.
Ah. Jim. Yes, ma'am. And Jim, the very scarred up elf who is a bit, kind of snarky with you, is not snarky with this girl at all.
Jim?
Yeah.
Jim. Okay, I'm gonna remember that name. You're good. Keep going.
That's his thing of, now I have to remember that name.
Yeah.
Well, my note is Jim is dumb, so...
To be fair, I thought Bob was going to drop the name of Barky, but no.
No.
Yeah, we were hoping for that.
Got it.
So, Jim comes over and goes, you're a guest of Miss Molly's, which means you just have a seat right over here. Anything you want, I will bring to you.
Now, is this
And
a
he
seat
pulls
that I
up-
have to, like, clamber into?
No, there's actually ladder rungs on the sides of the seats to make it easier for smaller patrons to get into the chairs.
Okay.
And there's a fold-out, like, footrest, basically, that you can kick out.
Cool.
Another detail of Jim is one of his ears is clipped off.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to calmly climb up there and take a seat and wait
And
as calmly as I can for my honey cake.
he has, like, a notepad, so you want a honey cake
And tea.
and tea. Any particular varietal, or
Milk and a sweetener.
milk and sweetener tea? Okay. Coming right up.
Okay.
And he goes in the back, and he comes out, with, like, a wooden service tray, and he sits down, like, a beautiful honey cake with a fork on the side, and then a pot of tea with a teacup, and he went, now, this is on Miss Molly's account, so do you want honey, and he lifts up a small pot and says, sugar. Puts it down and goes, very good, miss. If you need anything else whilst you're waiting, just flag me down.
Is he not so dumb after all?
Less dumb has sugar. I don't know what her personality is, but she likes sweets, and she likes punching people, and she likes pink. Is she me?
I don't
She
know.
sounds like a lot of women I've met.
So there's a little pot and a cup.
Yeah,
And,
and like a small
so I can
teaspoon.
make okay.
Yeah, you can
So
doctor your own
I will make my cup of tea,
Mhm.
like carefully, delicately. Like you don't typically see her do this, but then with the honey cake, it is like 2 hands and shove in mouth, and just nom 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 nom, and then
So yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check, real quick.
18.
Well, as you're eating, out of the corner of your eye, you see Jim pass by and just very quickly, quietly, without trying to be noticed, leaves like towel, a damp towel, and a warm, damp towel and a dry towel on your table. As he wanders past on like a little tray.
I don't know how I feel about this Jim, but maybe I'm in love with him.
And he like makes it as discreet as possible, but you clock him doing it. He thought he could get away with it because you were eating. He can't. You came too close to the. He came too close to the honey buns, to the honey cake. He will be caught.
Yeah. No. Cool. She makes eye contact with him and winks.
And he just kind of like gives you a slight nod and then like wanders off.
Okay.
And here I thought it was going to be Spartacus clocking her eating. It's like, oh no, we're going to hire one of those.
There's a reason Jim is being attentive. You'll find out eventually.
Oh no, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I mean it was just cleaning things delivered. I mean,
True. Spartacus probably has that boy trained.
But yes, no, shoves honey cake into mouth. We'll use this now that it's there, and then daintily sips my tea.
So, Mother June, where are you at this point? Where were you after the morning meeting?
Well, it is...
At this point, it's probably 9:30, 10 o'clock on a Sunday.
Okay,
So
then
it's not Saturday. I was incorrect on my days.
Alright, so if it's Sunday, it's a gambling day. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and have morning meeting to discuss that. I guess we're going to be getting our magical item order.
Yeah, you got all that in. After
Spartacus
that,
is doing that.
Yeah, after the stuff you did last session, what are you doing now? I sent a runner to go and grab you. What are you doing when that happens?
Oh, if this is like after meeting,
yes,
kind of period of time, then we have to. I need to get back on cleric training.
Okay, so you're at the church.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're at the church, you've been doing lessons for about a half hour with Fleetfoot and the rest of them.
Which he should be pretty close.
Yeah,
Fleetfoot's getting close.
I have
A test of your notes.
I have it in here somewhere. That's not where it would be. So the priests were doing 8 weeks of training, of which Fleetfoot already had 4, correct?
Yeah, but that was in session 54 is where we established that.
Okay.
Yeah, at the start of the training, yeah.
Yeah. Where is my notes? There is my notes. Okay, 54. So Fleetfoot, I think, has 2 weeks left at this point.
Alright.
Because 54 was a Saturday.
Okay.
So that's like a full week ago, basically. So yeah, Fleetfoot has 3 weeks left.
Okay.
But he's still more than halfway through.
Yeah, because we got him and then we got Anders and Doomstayer doing the other boys training.
Yeah, doing the Magic Boy training. So you're about half hour into your lesson, and one of Spartacus's runners comes up and hands you a note, and then just kind of stands back in case you have a reply. So he waits for a bit until it's dismissed. And as you open it up, it just says, "Woman sent, halfling woman sent from Langston Cooper to you for a job at Red Horse now."
Guys, this isn't magic. You can put more words.
Yeah. To the runner, I'm like, go ahead and bring any of bring any of the people who are still at the bar of the top group. Have them come over to the church and go ahead and bring her.
Okay, her and the lieutenants and.
Yeah, like whoever, because I imagine Wolfgang and Maribel probably ran off already.
Yeah. All right. Yes, as you say.
Yep.
And trots back. So about 20 minutes later, so you're you're pretty much done with your tea at this point. The runner comes back and goes over to Spartacus, hands him the note, and then he goes over, comes up to you, and goes, "Excuse me, Mary. Mother June requests you escort the halfling woman over there to the church for a meeting.
Sure.
The others will be joining. I'm going to tell them now." And he runs upstairs, and I believe Abbott and Molly were up there because they were working on.
Was that your intent, or was it just of the top?
It was just Mary, but if they bring Molly along, that would be to my benefit.
Okay.
Yeah, so no, Abbott's
But if Abbott comes along, hey.
I mean, Abbott likes going to church.
Yeah.
No, Molly is off looking at other things. Yeah, Jack's working on that. So yeah, Molly comes down from upstairs after the runner goes up and gets her and Hammerstein. So as you're sitting there having your tea, a runner comes back, talks to the fairy at the bar, runs upstairs, and comes back downstairs with the lady in the zoot suit and a tall elven gentleman, platinum blonde hair. Also, I think he also has green eyes. Let me check. Where are you? Did I put you somewhere dumb? mind if I put them somewhere down. After the break, all of my notes are jumbled to me. But I remember where the sugar is.
Yeah.
It's fine. I know where the sugar is.
Priorities.
Priorities, indeed. Oh well, unimportant. Comes down with a.
I don't actually think I have his eye color.
Comes down with an elven man, who's
Not Jim.
not Jim. This is
Dang
a
it.
taller, definitely older.
Yeah, whatever.
No real scars. He has some rings on his fingers. He's got a couple of earrings in one of his ears, and as like a, he's very well dressed, and he seems kind of polished, and he seems to have. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Always. I like
Always
holes.
perception.
I always. 19.
So as you see him come walking down, doesn't seem to be very well armed at first, and then you kind of look and you kind of go, there's armor under the clothing, and there seems to be at least 6 daggers that you clock, and maybe a hand crossbow, and like the only weapon he's really showing is he has a fancy, looks decorative, looks like it's not a useful item, rapier on his head. But he walks up and takes off his hat and gives you a bow and goes, "Hello, my name is Hammerstein. I'm Molly's assistant, and we're going to be taking you to Mother June with our other associate, Mary, over here."
Is Jim coming?
Jim works here.
Understood.
Jim's the kid, right?
Yeah. He's the kid that Gato messed up
Yeah, that's right.
during his enthusiastic walk.
I was like, he's single and older than he looks.
He's not older than he looks.
I mean, he's an elf.
I mean, yes, but yeah.
You say that like I don't just lie to people for no reason.
I also don't know how old my character is, so.
Well, I'm telling you, this kid's available and of age.
What is an appropriate age for Jojo to be to match with Jim?
Because that's the age that she wants to be. Because she's interested in Jim.
I didn't know she had a mounting climber thing.
Ooh.
What? He's like 6 foot. She's barely 3.
She's into tall guys.
She doesn't have much choice.
The halfling dudes just don't do it for her.
I think gnomes are the only canonically shorter race.
Fairy.
Well,
Yeah.
but fairies can be medium.
Yeah.
So,
Goblins.
So as you start going on a small stroll through there, you come to what was a warehouse, you think. But they go and they
But
open...
they called it a church?
Yeah. And
This isn't a church!
they go and open the doors.
It's
and
not a cathedral. It's a church.
as they open the doors
Semantics.
and you walk in, you're hit with the familiar smell of cookies. And there seems to be a large group of about, well, not a large group. I think it's only 10. Isn't
Can I
it?
perceive
Yeah,
what the
it's
smell is
It's-
coming
there's,
from?
Yeah, just one moment. So there's 11 people of like different races and genders and ages, including another halfling gentleman, all sitting around as there's a woman in... Go ahead and describe yourself, Mother June, as you walk in and see a woman in front of them speaking.
You would see a like 6 foot, and was she taller than that? I don't think so. She,
I think you were just 6 foot.
yeah, and it's like she was pretty big from what I remember. Do I actually have that written down? 6'6".
Oh yeah, 6 foot.
Yeah.
She's Dresden size.
Yeah, 6'6", slender woman with red-orange hair, the color of fall leaves, and it's kind of got a wavy tinge to it. The clerical vestments that she's adorned with, that you would be able to tell has some sort of kind of outline of the armor that she wears underneath of it, but includes kind of a hat with like little tassels coming off to the sides. The outfit itself is black, but has kind of a red and yellow kind of imagery that's on the front of it. That
embroidery?
Kind of resembles maybe flames, or maybe it is kind of a more autumn kind of theme. It's got that kind of coloration to it, but it's kind of interpretive in that sort of sense. And she also...
But could be flames.
Yeah. Carries a symbol of a 10-pointed star that hangs around her neck as she's talking to the people out in front of her. But I see them arrive.
Also, Ryan, just for Mother Jones' information, one of your bakers dropped off a batch of test cookies for you to try. They were peanut butter ones. With the 10-pointed star embroidered on the top of the cookie as opposed to the standard fork hatching. What?
Iced?
Not iced, etched. You know peanut butter cookies, you take a fork and you do a cross hatching to indicate
Yep,
that
I
it's
get
a
it.
peanut butter
I get
cookie?
it. I still feel embroidered is the term, but I get what you mean. I know. Okay. Imprinted.
Yeah, I kind of meant to say embedded, but I decided that was the wrong word, and then I went even worse, which is the story of my life.
Words are hard.
Not as hard as math.
Math.
Math is hard.
Math is hard.
Do I have any sort of I don't know, feelings or impressions about the events that are transpiring before me from anything that would have happened in my regular prayers that would have given me an impression of anything?
The only thing that you've really been getting from your dreams lately, or what you're thinking, is basically something that you've been thinking about since you lost your own children, that,
Child.
Yeah, you kind of need just a kind of emptiness of someone to guide. Like a protege. I mean, you're trying to do it through this, but it's not quite the same as you're looking for something.
Okay.
A child, someone to a mentee, something.
All right.
And when you walk in and you smell the cookies, you clock where they're coming. The smell seems to be coming from Mother June, but it's actually the cookies on the tray behind Mother June. But because of how it is a warehouse and both doors are open for airflow and to make it nice and cool and comfortable, the flow just seems to be pushing the cookie scent like it's emanating from Mother June herself.
I will ignore the fact that I came with a whole bunch of people that probably matter more to her than I do, and I will beeline towards Mother June and be like, I smell cookies.
Yeah, I pick up the cookie tray.
I need one of those.
Yeah.
I take one.
Go ahead and grab one. I gesture for the other people.
It's the same cookie. It's the cookie from your dream.
I will halfway stop through eating a cookie, which I never do. I never stop. And be like, these were my dreams.
Your dreams?
I was told to find you.
By whom?
Mother.
Ah. Well, I'm glad to have more people come to me.
It was like a big cookie. She took a bite and then Houdini'd the rest of that shit. You have no idea how, but she seems pleased with herself.
There's a lot
I'm just going to say you're part chipmunk.
And it's like, I'm surrounded by a bunch of very interesting small people.
There's no puffing of her cheeks either, though. It's just in and swallow.
You do hear nibbling and crunching come off your side. You don't know when it happened, but Molly has a cookie.
I take another cookie as we talk about this.
So,
To chipmunk on it.
and it's like, you know who I am, and you are?
You're gonna have to get used to
You can also just say your first
Jojo
name.
Jamjar. I'm going with that one. I'm gonna leave out my middle name this time because
Jojo. So to Molly, and it's like, so what do you know about Miss Jojo here?
Langston dropped her off, picked her up from the prison, from what I've heard.
What are you in prison for?
He had a dancer that was about to be roughed up, and I decided to rough up the guy that was going to rough up the dancer. But then I got put in jail because apparently people don't like being punched, and I don't get that.
Oh!
There was significant damage, is what Hammerstein says.
Okay, so...
Things got in my way.
It was a table. Not like like...
Still, that's quite minor in comparison to some of the stuff that we've gotten.
I wasn't trying to break things. It was just in the way.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we're going to at least need you to sit down with Steve at some point.
Who the fuck's Steve?
Steve is our lawyer friend. So, don't worry. It'll be a friendly chat. Very
He doesn't
Will
mind,
there be cookies?
He doesn't mind snacking. Like Molly just kind of leans over and goes, he doesn't mind snacking.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool.
And
cool,
usually we eat, like we just hang out upstairs at the inn.
Mm-hmm.
Free food.
Oh, cool.
By free food, I mean they pay for it.
Nice. Sweet.
It's like we're all paying for it.
Yes, all of us. Equally.
I mean, it's coming out of the percentage that otherwise would be going to others, so...
Well, you know, when work pays for something, you don't really think about it.
Yeah. Anyway, well... Mary.
Yep.
So, we've got a new person that wants to come work with us. Your appraisal of the situation? You got anything? No? Cool with it?
If I came at you, I'd do it from 100 feet up in the air at night where you can't see me.
Understood. Don't come at me, bro.
Alright. It's like...
I put a little label over her head that just says pretty in pink. She can't see it. It's directly over her head.
No matter how you move your head, it keeps going.
Nope.
I just continue to like, and then do a back bend. A little acrobatics.
It's like there's nothing there. Don't worry about it. Just fly.
Alright.
I got a 16.
You successfully do a back bend.
And I still don't see it.
No, it's attached, like, it's...
And then I just drop it and
it's
I'm sad.
dripped in, it's like here on a plane. So
Upset.
as you move your head, it moves with it.
Dramatically upset that I
I
can't
have
see
the
the
ability
words.
to do illusions at will now.
Yeah.
Dramatically upset.
Well,
Grabs another cookie.
It's like, I'm fine for you all to get on with your work for the day. It's like... So it's just somebody... I'm actually surprised that Langston didn't give us kind of a foreword about something coming. Do you know anything
He
about that?
wanted to get me out of his area and said that you needed muscle.
It's true. Say, in order to be able to make the world a better place, you need to be able to have the strength to actually enact that. So...
All should follow mother.
Things would be much better if they did. So, it's going to be a long road ahead of us, I'll tell you that. Anyway, so I'm free to let Molly or whoever else, and Mary's free to leave unless he wants to stay.
Hey, good luck.
I like your suit.
Thanks.
I want a suit like that.
Thurston House. They're like 10 minutes up the way.
Cool.
Outrageously expensive. Worth every penny. She pushes a button and the suit turns black.
The two best colors.
And then she tips her hat and she takes the hat off, gives it a flick, and it turns inside out, and it's also black, and puts it on, and she like pimp walks her way out. As Hammerstein just kind of goes, "Why? What? Why?"
She's the coolest person I've ever seen.
And you just like hear as she's walking out, "Don't blame me that you got no style." As she's like dressed pretty nicely.
So just saying over to Hammerstein. So have you tried a zoot suit?
I swear to God, Mary. I swear to God, you're not even going to see it coming. Laxatives in every drink.
Put a zoot suit on him.
That looks good on you.
See? You can work it.
Why is it bottle green? This is the weirdest green. Why?
It's the best color for your skin
It's
complexion.
Yeah, it matches your eyes.
It matches your eyes. You got such lovely eyes. It really pops.
As they're just walking out.
Yeah, listen to the girl. She knows what she's talking about.
Also, do those illusions move at all, or does he just walk out of a floating
They
zoot suit?
can move if I take time to make them move.
Listen, it's not a combat scenario. This is just for funsies. It's fine.
Yeah, it's silent image. I can make them move at like a normal walking pace. But
So
apart.
as long as he's paying attention.
Yeah.
Hence why my plane can move.
Yeah, so they walk off and disperse. So yeah, it's you and Mother June.
Yeah, well, I will invite you to come and join us. We'll go ahead and take a short break from our clerical training at the moment, since we're currently in the process of bringing up new clerics into the church. We have whatever the senior apprentice here is Fleetfoot. He'd be somebody else to go to for knowing things about the church. Did Abbott show up?
Abbott's working on stuff today.
Yeah, and it's like I figured he'd be busy, and he's like,
Yeah, he actually, I don't even think he's upstairs. Let me check I have a specific notes for what all of them are doing.
If it's Sunday, he's
they're
out doing-
looking over the bar.
Yeah.
Abbott
Right.
and Doc are both at the bar looking over that. Molly is off to do the residential area. Actually, Steve would probably have been there, but he's working on books and he probably wouldn't have come down anyways.
yeah, which is fine.
And Spartacus is just...
Steve's the lawyer.
Yeah. Spartacus is off in the center of his very comfortable web, getting
Yeah.
people to do his job
Yeah,
for
if he
him.
felt like he needed to be there, he could have sent a representative. It wouldn't have actually been him.
Wouldn't have been necessary.
If Spartacus is doing his job correctly, it looks like he's not doing anything. So yeah, you're there with Mother June. Just a suggestion, you should probably go over with her the tenets of Ranet, as
Yeah.
we have bothered to make them anyways. So,
Because I will go ahead and do that. So, anyway, in going to go ahead and take that short break from our clerical training, and I'm going to go ahead, and since we have somebody who's hasn't been to the church before, we're going to go ahead and hold a sermon so I can go over the basic tenets and try to give you a feel for what the church is like. Because the kind of church that we run, it's a lot more kind of upbeat and theatrical as far as the way that we end up holding our services. And a lot of what the church is attempting to do, kind of out and about, is we do a lot of charity work. We spend a lot of time helping the people in the slums and the poor. We're running a cookie charity that's going to be providing money for them to be able to get kind of their businesses and their homes and everything fixed up. Because the situation that they were in before was there was a nobleman who was using a paid-for gang in order to essentially keep them kind of poor and out of work and living in the slums, and was so he could essentially have a stranglehold on the mountain quarries, because he like owned their property, he owned that property, and the only people who were potentially competing with him were a defunct union that had previously been the ones running the quarry, but he kind of came in there and used his money and influence. And since he's been gone, the gang's gotten rid of. We've been trying to get them, get the union back up and started working again, making contracts with the stuff that's owned in that area, and getting those people kind of get their standard of living back up. And we cleaned up the place and stuff like that.
Okay.
Do you still have the proverbs and the tenets?
Yeah.
All right, you probably should start with that so she actually knows what the church is about.
I go outside because I have a very important task to do while he's doing that.
Yeah. So you go back to the bar and start drinking?
No, I'm skywriting.
Oh, very important.
Very important. A pun is its own reward.
So
I love it. That's so good.
Just big out in the sky.
The fact that you spend 10 minutes just out there doing little things to make that happen.
Hey man, I'm conjuring forth the elements of the cosmos to create letters in the sky using clouds. Alright? This is some complex, high magic stuff. It takes time and it takes effort.
So the basic tenets of the church was, one, the Church of Ranet is your extended family. Followers of Ranet assist each other. They help each other as best they can. Strength is considered a virtue. You need to be strong and powerful if you're going to be doing Ranet's will. And you should oppose evil. You shouldn't allow evil to have any strength. And more importantly, you shouldn't have it have any domains where it has exclusive control. So this must mean that in certain circumstances, if, say, evil people control whatever particular resource or particular business, or they have something where they kind of congregate and gather around, you take that away from them, even if not necessarily means like outright destroying or banning it. If you're the one in control of it, that's fine.
Okay.
So
So drugs are only good if we control the drugs?
yeah, and it's like if people were selling drugs now, drugs are considered taboo to the church, that you shouldn't be doing them.
Right.
But if they're going to exist and they're going to be a source of power, you take that power and you control it.
Okay.
So that no one can overdose, because you control how much drugs they're allowed to have.
Right. We're protecting them.
Yeah, and you don't
Mother protects people.
And you don't have people who would be able to essentially challenge the church's power by using this as their source of income.
Of course. Right. Yeah, makes sense.
So, Ranet is a forgiving god, and acts done with her faith in mind will be forgiven. You should be charitable. You should kind of help shape the world to try to reflect Ranet's vision of reality. Sometimes I'll speak of the coming dawn, or the golden new age, or things that we're trying to achieve by bringing as many people, kind of passing out the old and getting people to join in hands to join Ranet's church and kind of grow. Because there's a better world waiting for us. We just need to get there. You need to be adaptable, so kind of getting stuck in single track mind, or if something's not working, or being overly dogmatic, those things aren't considered to be the way forward. Ranet needs to be something that changes with the times. So if something new comes along, there's no fear of maybe incorporating it if it's something good. That it can help things grow. Ranet is also a goddess of rebirth. The light of Ranet is able to purify corruption, both in people's hearts and upon the land. You can be reborn again, and we actually have a ritual of rebirth that's kind of like our baptism, that is done by passing through a ring of fire. And this is for symbolic conversions, but there's also you might be able to do this with insight. There's also a more twisted meaning to this.
So
Can I make an insight roll?
You may absolutely make an insight roll, and you would be opposed by either persuasion or deception.
I'm not very wise.
Your end, Ryan. And don't tell me which one. Just roll and give me the number.
Well, I rolled a 2, so that's going to be a 13.
I rolled a 5, and that's going to be a 7.
Okay. You don't get any hints of darkness or anything like that. Everything she seems to be saying is what she means, and you're getting a kind of a sense of peace from her. Like she's talking about.
Is it matching with the same sense that I felt in my dream?
Yes. She's talking about something deep and meaningful,
which is what I've been lacking,
and what she believes, and is saying such in a confident way, a way of she knows what needs to be done. She knows where we're going,
and I believe that what she's saying would align with this dream mother that I just agreed to just follow wholeheartedly.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm into it then.
There's also the Proverbs.
Yeah. Let me see where I put those.
They're in our Discord conversation. That's where I'm looking at it from.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you altered them since you added them to that.
Let me just check and see if I can find them here.
Would they be labeled Proverbs?
You would think, right?
You would think.
Let me think.
One of them is generosity is a gift returning tenfold, so I bet generosity is not one you put in a lot of things.
You'd be amazed how many times he types about generosity in those notes.
I would be amazed if it was more than the once.
Alright, well, let me check Discord.
And it's in our DMs.
Why did you just read it?
Because this is Mother June telling the Proverbs to someone she's recruiting, and it has to be done in her voice the way she says it, and whether or not she does or does not want to add or redact things is up to her. There's character choices involved that I am not going to step on.
Okay.
Yeah. I got him.
And you're also pasting.
Yep.
He's like, and we are going to fix this.
So, the Proverbs were me trying to put the tenets into kind of more pithy sayings.
Oh, I love that.
Proverb 1 was a family unified in their struggles can raise the world. Proverb 2, to love Ranet is to know true harmony and belonging. Only after that, everything else begins. Strong tools are the most useful. If you can't win a game, flip the board. It's only a mistake if you refuse to learn from it. Generosity is a gift returned tenfold. The mind should be sharp as a blade and supple as a willow. And then I had a more extended version of that.
Of that last one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's the more?
The extended version, it is yet better to bend than snap when met with something unyielding and approach at a different angle. Because it's about your mind being adaptable.
Also about justification. If you can break your mind hard enough, anything's good.
You're not there, you're hopping around.
Someplace, maybe.
And through cleansing flames, we will witness golden light of the brand new world.
And the most important one, let me know if any of these clarifications or refinements to make up because it's in this.
Yeah.
We made this last year in December.
Yeah,
Wow.
We wrote those a while ago. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to explain all this, and I'm going to make a performance check.
Excellent. The
You are
performance
being
check.
performed.
Do I?
Don't worry, there will be a save for you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there's a reason that Mary felt the need to leave.
Hey, that message was very important. That was integral to my character's
All right.
continued.
So yeah, I get a 26 on my performance check. So
That makes the DC.
yeah, so I'm good.
You need a will save.
A what?
A will save.
Wisdom save?
Wisdom. Yeah, I forgot will's not a save.
Sorry, yeah.
Wisdom
We're,
save.
we're from the age of 3.5 where
Wisdom save. I'm not good at those.
That's not my problem.
it's fine. Oh.
I got a 9. I rolled a 7.
You
Well,
still
you
beat
need
it.
a 7, so
What?
you
Yeah, you're
needed a
good.
7. It was very low.
Yeah, you're good.
So you didn't get auto-converted.
Yeah.
But I
problem
want to be
is-
auto converted.
Oh, you
No,
can
you can choose conversion.
I choose conversion. Can I get baptized
Yeah.
in the Ring of Fire?
You will be. Well, we have to. I won't be able to do that immediately.
It-
But mother.
It's like I can do
you
it,
have
but
with
we've got a way that we
Probably.
do it, and it's done on church day,
In church day.
Saturdays.
I've waited a whole week.
Yeah,
But mother.
you don't have your robes either.
What color are they?
They're white.
I don't want those. I'm only going to wear this outfit. Or pink.
That's too bad. That's the actual conversion robe color.
Do I have to wear it all the time?
No.
Just on conversion day?
Yep. There's something given to you as a gift.
Then you can dye them.
Can I dye them pink afterwards?
Yeah, they're yours.
No.
I
But
mean-
remember, you're a barbarian. You don't have to wear any armor. You could wear them all the time into battle.
You don't wear. Yeah,
I
you
mean-
don't wear armor.
No. She specifically wears leather for fighting because better movement. Robes are just too flowy. She'll just like snuggle in them at home.
But yeah, they're white for a reason.
Why?
I mean, you can change the color really easily.
Ah, got it. I like that reason.
Also, if you get mostly murdered in them, they'd turn pink anyways.
No, they turn red, and that's different and not as good.
Yeah, but
Well,
when you
the
wash
person
the
that's
red
not
out, it's
here-
the pink that's left.
No, it's like a muddy brown.
You
Clearly,
got-
you guys haven't
We're not
washed.
there.
I'm like, clearly, you guys haven't washed enough blood out of things.
I don't own white things. This is literally the only white thing, and I got it like 2 weeks ago, and I'm just waiting for something horrible to happen
Yeah,
to
but-
it.
Just
Blood-
thinking, how much
blood
blood
never
have you
turns-
washed out of things? Just
Remember
slide this-
what body parts I have.
Nah.
Ah,
Yep.
uterine linings. Ain't that a bitch?
He's like, you murder people? I'm like, fuck, no.
Oh, okay.
Technically, no.
That's not the reason that you know this fact. That's completely separate.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So as you guys continue your conversation,
Blood turns pink.
I guess we'll go to what's Doc doing?
Doc is in subjugated. Wolfgang is
Oh,
in
right.
control.
What's Wolfgang doing?
Wolfgang is going to check out his new mansion because he has a key and has crystals being delivered
right.
later so that he
And-
doesn't have to keep traveling all the way to the red
Oh, yeah.
horse.
And Abbott's with you.
No, Abbott
yeah,
and Doc
Abbott and
we're going.
Doomsayer are
I mean, they
over the
might be going the same
Yeah,
area.
they're
We're going to
with
the same
you.
zone.
because you probably have the carriage.
Yeah.
Okay, so you by this time you have arrived at your mansion, and Abbott and Doomsayer are wandering off to the bar. So yeah, you have a key. You're at the door. What do you do?
Yeah, I go inside.
Okay.
I start looking around. I am trying to secure things. Basically, figure out. I'm taking over a mansion that was owned by an opponent. We obviously investigated a lot while we were going through, but I'm just
Okay.
checking
so you're,
things
you're
out.
doing room by room investigation.
Yeah.
Okay. I imagine you're fine with this taking all day.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and give me. I'll do 3 investigation checks
Okay.
for like basically each floor. But you already did the basement, so it's like the 2 floors in the attic.
Okay.
This is first floor.
17.
17. Okay. Second story.
15.
Okay. And the attic.
27.
27. Okay.
That is the one place we hadn't checked yet, so extra thorough.
So on the first floor, which you and almost everyone else had actually been to and been through because, you fought battles there, you ran around a bunch.
That's where we found the big weird room, right?
Yes.
With all the knickknacks.
Knickknacks and things of that. So as you go searching through, you find, kind of the standard stuff. You find a pretty well-stocked kitchen. It actually has a...
Is it still it's just the alcohol cabinet that was
raided.
Looted.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you go through the kitchen and there's a preservation pantry, which is a magical pantry that keeps whatever's in there preserved as long as it is not alive. So you can't put a person in there and they don't age. That's not how that works. But if you kill someone and put them in there, their corpse stays pretty fresh.
If you put a living person in there, do they die?
No, they do not. It's a cabinet.
Is this the same
And
enchantment?
they couldn't die of starvation?
I mean, they could die of starvation, but
But it's a pantry and there's
it's
lots
a
of food in there.
pantry. It's not like it's a safe. You can just walk through the door.
But what if we put a lock on it?
Well, then it would make it significantly harder, and you'd have to go actually through the door.
Okay.
It becomes capitalized through the door as opposed to lowercase through the door.
Got it.
There's a chill chest, which does as advertised.
Chills your chest?
It's a refrigerator.
Yeah.
No, it just chills your chest.
It akunas your matatas. So yeah, there's basically a fridge, a freezer, a pantry. There's your standard magical knives of sharpness and the utility knives.
Yeah. I had some.
There's as you're looking through, you hear a tink 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 tink, like something repeatedly bumping something in the cabinet. And when you open it up, another magical room buff comes out and starts skating around.
Oh, I get another. Okay.
Yoink. Took the magical Roombas and put them in Spartacus's room. I put little markers on the bottom.
You dick. Okay, so as you go up to the second floor, there's... trying to remember the layout. I think
Second floor was the bedrooms, right?
Yeah.
Was that like the big hall, the hall with rows of bedrooms?
Yeah.
Because we had to find which one was the right bedroom to kill the guy in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so as you go through the rooms, most of them appear to be set up like bedrooms. And some of them are really, like, dusty. Like, they don't go in there at all. And there's, like, 6 of them that were children's rooms. There's one of them that looked kind of like... there was no personality, and it was, like, a guest bedroom or something of that nature. And, then there's an office, basically.
And then there was also his room.
Yeah.
Or was that one of the...
There's his room and an office. And his room has an ensuite, like, bath facility. And the office has attic access. Which, as you go up into the attic, you are looking around and you're paying very close attention to things. And there's just a plethora of traps. And as you're looking in there and you've seen like one and then you kind of clock another one, you start looking through, you see about 5 or 6 traps within 2 feet of the attic entrance. So you can proceed, and it's going to be perception checks or more investigations to find more traps. And you have to disarm them, which is its own separate check. But so far, they're the only traps that you've found in the house. Was in the attic.
Do I see anything beyond? What just visually clocking the place from this safe spot where I'm able to stand and...
In the back of the room, there's about 4 or 5 different chests with locks on them. There seems to be like, it kind of looks like suspension ropes that were tied up around it, kind of in the like, this is a large attic. Like, this isn't a you have to be hunched over. You can stand up completely straight in this attic, and it's about the width of the house with a very large roof. So there seems to be suspension ropes and things of that nature that are like what would be used to hold up a rope bridge or something, like thick ropes held taut in all sorts of different configurations, like in one area in particular.
And I'm thinking Molly would probably be the best at disarming and treating this,
Yeah.
or Molly or Hammerstein, like that would be the...
Yeah.
No, I will otherwise leave and close. I'm not planning to try and steal whatever treasure and cut the gang out anyway, so might as well get the help on the other time.
Okay.
Otherwise, I sit around and I wait for Spartacus' person to come so we can install, I think there was like a dining room or something that was a good spot that we decided where we'll install the...
on the first floor, there's a place that you can completely black out, basically.
Yeah. So just sort of waiting on that. And
so by the time you're walking down the thing, it's been about 8 hours at this point.
Yeah.
And you walk downstairs, and there's a kid who's there in the correct room with the things, and he seems to be trying to set it up. You can go ahead, like...
I kind of just sort of stand back and stare for a while, just like...
And he keeps referring to, like, a big fold-out piece of paper. And he's trying to... He's really trying.
Can I help?
I don't know how to read this. And he holds up, like, this big thing. That's, like, a big... It looks like a big cardboard thing.
Do you know how to read it all?
Like, yes, but look. And it, like, is written in, like, Elven, kinda. But there's pictures to kind of explain how everything goes.
Just putting together IKEA furniture from the Spanish side. I could probably do this.
IKEA furniture doesn't use language.
It is just pictures?
Yeah.
Nice.
If they have to, like, the things they have to say in a language, like the safety stuff, it's a 2-page spread of every language.
Uh-huh.
So they don't... It's all comics and cartoons.
So, on the top, it's labeled as the Integrated Kinetic Ethereal Array.
What was it?
The Integrated Kinetic Ethereal Array.
Okay.
Listen, Nick ruined my joke. It's not my fault.
As I'm sitting here spelling out, because I can't do the language that fast. Oh, yeah.
Well, I work on installing the IKEA crystal.
Yeah.
As if there hasn't been enough IKEA
I'm glad you
installations in my life
appreciate how
for
much
lately.
fun this was for me that I made it before we went shopping.
The first time or the second time?
Before this happened, this was a joke. Now it's just funnier.
Oh, so they did it the first time, okay. No, I send him on his way.
Yeah, so you
I do not speak Elvish.
You set up the yellow and blue crystals. You turn it over, there's warnings in other languages. And, like, the pictures make sense to you. So, yeah, you set it up just fine.
Saying, given what we're doing, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have some of Spartacus or Molly's boys operate, at least maybe outside of the bar here.
The Integrated Kinetic Ethereal Array?
Well,
Well-
they'll need access to the crystal, so
Because wasn't Doc gonna be taking over the bar, and instead of it being a bar, he's gonna move his workshop there so that it's not in your church basement.
right.
And then he's gonna be coming here at least for the morning meetings because he'll be staying there, or possibly or maybe he's working there and staying in the apartment, or
It does come with a tuning fork that you have to
L shape, or
no, like it's a tuning fork. So you have to hit this one and then take the tuning fork to the other array and hit it. That's the kinetic part.
I wondered if the holograms could slap you, but no, that would be against the whole utility magic.
Oh no, this isn't utility magic.
Oh yeah, because we can plan murders with it, and utility god wouldn't get mad at us.
Yeah, Twitter got the utility god got rid of Twitter because people weren't able to be polite. There is no Twitter in this world.
So that's why message is like a second level spell. Is there was lower level utility versions, and then it just imploded.
It's sending, but yeah.
Yeah, sending.
Yeah, messages.
Yeah, message a cantrip. Sending's third.
Yeah, a third.
we all have a sending stone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Mary, you get a message to have Spartacus send a runner to collect a note from the mansion.
As you're doing that,
Because then I
so
send off the boy already.
As you get that message, the guy who they sent out to check up on her like 8 hours ago comes running back in, breathing heavily, handing a note to Spartacus and saying, "Everything appears to be fine."
Hey, yo, Spartacus. The doctor needs somebody over at the mansion for handling some notes. Another messenger.
You just no, please, no.
Don't worry, kid. You got this. I believe in you.
As he walks about 10 minutes later, someone walks in and goes, "Oh, I've got the integrated kinetic ethereal array that I need to set up upstairs. I sent the cart back though." Yeah, so that kid just like pouted past the cart he could have taken back. That would have cut his time in half. He's literally will be running for 16 hours today.
Hey, I only made him run for 8.
Think about
It's
all
not
the
my
fitness
fault.
he'll have. He'll be so fit.
Or he'll be dead.
We're getting him experience.
I'll
in
send him
running.
back with a note instructing how to attune it so that they'll function together, and do whatever 3 gold or whatever to hire a taxi and
Yeah,
it's like I want you to do. It's like you took so long.
yeah. You're probably having dinner you're probably having dinner with Abbott and Doomstayer at this point. By the time he actually gets there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, don't take so long to get it back. Get a horse. What's wrong with
Horse?
No, I could give him 3
Yeah.
gold.
Thanks.
There's a point where it's funny, but then there's a point where it's just wasting my time.
So by the next morning meeting, your integrated kinetic ethereal array is fully set up
Nice.
in the offices up there, and you have different tuning forks, basically that you with to tune it to other arrays. Is how that goes.
Wunderbar. So now we can talk with the Herr Wolfgang, and I don't know, would Abbott and Doomstayer have spent the night over with him?
I mean, unless he kicked him out, probably.
At the mansion, it's like as much as no, it's my mansion. I deserve it. I am Herr Wolfgang. It's not like I'm not going to use it for the gang's goals.
Plus, they showed up at dinner. So.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah,
Yeah.
you guys have.
yeah, I guess I would have spent the rest of the day continuing my clerical training. But you can join if you want.
Yeah. So you have clerical training there. I guess you'd probably be set up with a room at the Red Horse.
I don't really care about clerical training because that feels more learning about religion. I'm in. I don't really. I just.
You're like, I already know my direction.
I get my direction. I've been in. My goal is to punch people for God. And I want to exclusively find more weapons for myself. I want my great club and just a basic long sword because my sunblade deals radiant damage, and so I need things. I came out of jail and I need things to do the work of God and to hit people.
So it sounds like she's requesting funds.
Oh,
That seems like a morning thing.
yeah. It's like for what?
Weapons.
For weapons. Okay, then we'll talk about it in the morning meeting.
What is that?
Oh, you'll come with me tomorrow.
Well, we can take two words, you put them together, they mean something when you combine.
You're not there.
No.
You're in the bar
shit.
writing smart bad puns.
That's best because she'd punch you.
Because you didn't come with any money, right?
I have 18 gold pieces to my name.
That's plenty.
And a super rare magical weapon.
And a super rare magical weapon that's mine and only mine. No one can touch it.
Hey, Sunblade's just regular rare. Not even varied.
Yeah, but this one's pink.
Yeah, but it's also max damage, so it probably equals out.
And so what kind of weapons were you thinking about?
Longsword, great club.
Okay.
Where do I go?
Oh,
We usually send someone for those things.
We have people for that. We're too fancy to do things on our own now.
Oh.
and it's
Also,
like,
last time I tried to do something on my own, I got upcharged like 90% on those brooms of
I'm
flying.
just thinking, it's like, where did I get my weapons from? All right, dragon wing hand crossbow, throwing short sword. I know where I got my weapons from.
No, wait,
So-
she can just find snacks to eat. And she has to wait until morning meeting.
Great club and longsword. It's like,
Yeah, it deals, if you're doing the longsword in two hands, it's 1d10. Because it's standard longsword damage. It deals an extra d8 radiant to undead.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's either 1d8 if we're one-handing it, or 1d10 if you're two-handing it. It's +2 to both damage and attack.
Okay.
So,
It is still a normal longsword.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just has extra functions against
well,
undead.
it doesn't deal slashing. It deals all radiant.
Right.
Oh, it is all radiant all the
a
time?
lightsaber.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind me.
That's why I wanted a normal longsword to deal slashing.
Okay, what are you gonna do? Monks
I
and
gotcha.
angels?
So you'll be able to switch between slashing, radiant, and bludgeoning.
Mm-hmm.
Radiant's pretty reliable as a damage type.
I mean, yeah, no, that's the one that I mainly want. But but sometimes you just want to whop a person up on the head.
Yeah.
You don't want to stab them.
Also, I believe you get even more radiant damage, too.
To undead.
Well,
Zealot
that, but I
Barbarian.
was Zealot Barbarian gets an extra, like, d6 plus half Barbarian level radiant damage once a turn while raging.
Yes. Divine Fury. While raging, the first creature you hit on your turn takes an extra 1d6 plus half level.
The damage is necrotic or radiant, your choice.
It's radiant, because God.
Mhm.
Mother is all good.
A mission from God.
No, not that. That campaign was a long time ago.
We've moved on since then.
Yeah. We may go back, but we'll see.
Mission from God. And those two being groovers.
Yeah, okay. Neat.
But can wait. We'll just eat snacks.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's...
If I can find a punching bag, I'll practice punching that.
Yeah, it's relatively late at this point. After going through all that and seeing some of the stuff that he has them doing. And there is places that you could go to hit things, and there's people you could talk to.
Oh.
Would it be Molly?
No,
But there's a number of flourishing
if you ask me about it, I can tell you that in the Extordium they actually have a fight pit that you can go and get bet on.
Ooh, and I get money?
Yeah, you can earn money.
I want to do that.
There's also the normal fight clubs, which I don't think usually risk death, like the Extordium does, though.
Well, the Extordium doesn't have to be death fights.
I know
they're
I only punch to
relatively unregulated. Every fight is a potential death fight. It really depends on what your opponent feels
I
like
only
doing.
punch to kill.
The Extordium, there's a reason the Extordium is unregulated.
Yeah.
Punch to kill.
But there's also Klaus and Jake and all the people that have been training and
Yeah.
things like. There's people doing combat training.
I want to punch a person.
Yeah, it's like, do you want to do combat training, or are you just looking to beat people up?
Beat people up. I want to punch to kill.
well, that would be
That wouldn't be training with our guys then.
Not today. I'm angry. I've not punched in a while.
That's kind of
16
morning.
hours. Maybe a few hours more, but
She bull rushed that guy this morning.
yeah.
It's been a while. He didn't die.
it's kind of interesting.
Either that, I'll just take some cookies and cocoa, and I'll go to bed. Either one's fine.
I either need to hit someone or cookies and milk. There is no in between.
Yeah, it's like cookies and milk are going to be the easier gift at this point because
You literally have a tray of cookies.
Fine, I'll punch people tomorrow, and I just aggressively grab them and go find a room. I don't care where it's at.
Yeah,
There's rooms upstairs.
Yeah, I
Where's
find
she
a
at?
room.
She's at the church.
There is a single room
I
upstairs.
find a room that's empty. Don't care
No.
whose it belongs to.
No, it's a wide open space that has a section of it where a single room has been built. Because we
Yeah,
never
there's
built
just,
out the rest of
like bunks up there though.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of beds upstairs.
I find a bed. Don't care whose. Curl up with my milk and cookies, and then promptly pass out.
Okay. You're gonna wake up with crumbs in the bed. Hope you're happy.
Should go to do bed.
You think there's crumbs when I eat? No, it's just all inhaled.
All right, Houdini. Okay. Well, you bed down for the evening after a
20
interesting.
cookies and a gallon of milk.
Yeah, you bounced off the wall for a solid half hour and then passed out like a toddler.
no, that's the other game where I have the decanter of endless cream.
But curled up in a ball where she almost looks cute and harmless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except you're cuddling a lightsaber.
It's not on right now.
Obviously.
It's kind of funny that you want to beat people up because we just kind of came off of our actual fighting people section of the game.
We'll get back to it.
Yeah.
I'm your new muscle.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
Okay. Well, we spent a great deal of time with the introduction, so some of you guys we're going to have to get to next time because that is it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining us and bearing with us during that long break. Like, comment, subscribe, stick around, check out other content on the channel. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye-bye.